Hello, my name is Jose Ortiz, and today I'm going to present to you the programming language MonkeyX. MonkeyX is a programming language used to develop video games across multiple platforms such as desktop, mobile, and web. Through the years, the program has evolved and new iteration of the language now exist. Brief history of MonkeyX programming language. MonkeyX was released in December 2013 and was created by Mark Sibley from Blitz Research Limited. When MonkeyX was discontinued and made into an open source language, the programming language Cerberus was created in June 2017. It is currently maintained by its creators and community members. In May 2015, Mark Sibley created MonkeyX2. MonkeyX2 development was discontinued recently, and a new programming language was created called Wonky. If we look at this chart, we could see the flow of the creation of the language. MonkeyX was derived from Blitz Basic. Blitz Basic was created by Mark Sibley, who wanted to create a basic programming language for PC. Blitz Basic is based on the Amiga Basic Programming Language. When MonkeyX was discontinued and made open source, the programming language Cerberus X was created. Cerberus X is up to date and is maintained by its creators and members of the community. Mark Sibley also created Monkey 2, also known as MonkeyX2. Currently, MonkeyX2 is not maintained but is available for download. When MonkeyX2 was discontinued, the programming language Wonky was created. Wonky does not have a native IDE currently, but the members of the community are hard at work to create one. There is one for Mac and currently one for Visual Studio Code. I can't wait to see what the future holds for it. Well, that's enough about the history of the programming language. Now it's time for some code demonstration. Unfortunately, we do not have access to the MonkeyX IDE, so we will start with MonkeyX2. In this demonstration, I imported the standard library, the Mojo library, and the Mojo X library. Mojo is used for 2D, Mojo X is used for 3D. I created a class called MyWindow, which extends on the window class. I created a method, which is new, called the title, which has a string, which I set to MonkeyX2. I set the width, which is an integer, at 640 pixels. I set the height as an integer at 480 pixels, and call the flags for the Windows flags, which currently set to null. I could set that to resize window. I call the super.new, which requires 4 items: the title, the width, the height, and the flags. I then call the clear color, which will set the background color of the window. I set it to the color blue. I call the method onRender, which has a parameter called canvas, which requires a name, which I call canvas, and I overrid that method. I call the request render, which will render my screen and show the title, the width, the height, and the flag, and set the background to blue. On that canvas, I call the canvas.drawText and drew out hello world. I set it to print at half of the width, half of the height, and start at 0.5 from the top and then 0.5 from the left. In the function main, I create a new app instance. I then create a new MyWindow and then call app.run. In MonkeyX2, when I build the application, I have the choice to build the application as a desktop application, an Emscripten application, which is a web application, an Android application, or an iOS application. Since I am working on Windows, I do not have access to the iOS. Once it renders, you can see it creates a window with the Monkey X2 window title, a blue screen, and the word Hello World in the middle. In the Monkey X2 IDE, they give you examples and you can see what can be done when you know how the programming language works and how to manipulate it. Here, they imported a picture of the clouds, a picture of the water, and another picture of water in the background. When this runs, the water looks like it's animated. Now onto Cerberus X. In this demo, you can see that the code is the same, but one is compiled as a desktop game and the other one is compiled as an HTML5 game. When compiled as a desktop game, it creates a desktop application and prints Hello World. When it's compiled as an HTML5 game, it creates a mini server, which hosts the HTML file and the JavaScript file. Then it renders and displays on your favorite browser. Cerberus X has built-in demos as well. In this demo, it imports the Mojo.app, the Mojo.graphics, and Cerberus.math. It imports an image of a little icon and then expands that icon to look like a little fish, which will swim around the screen. In the next screen, you will see how it works. Now onto Wonky. If you look at this demonstration, the code looks exactly like Monkey X2, and that is because it was built off Monkey X2. It calls in the standard library, the Mojo library, and the Mojo X library as before. It also extends the Windows class, which I called in and created the title, the width, the height, and created the Windows flag. I set the color to blue as before. I called the rendered and created a new canvas called canvas. I drew the text of Hello World, set it to half of the width of the screen, half of the height of the screen, and once again 0.5 from the top and 0.5 from the left. And in the main, like before, I create a new app instance, created a new My Window, and called app.run. Unlike Monkey X2, Wonky does not have a native IDE. You have to compile the language using your command prompt or terminal. In the terminal, you use the command wake and then the type of application you want to create. In this case, I am creating a desktop app. I call in the test.wx and it compiles the program. After it compiles the program, it will create an exe which will run automatically. After the application is compiled and ran, you can see that it looks exactly like Monkey X2's render. The title here says Wonky Window. It has the blue screen and it has the word Hello World printed in the middle. Well, this is the last demonstration I have. I hope you enjoyed it.
Well, how about that? That's the best demo that I've ever seen!
For more information about Monkey X and its iteration, here are some links for you to check out. I want to thank you for joining me on this journey through Monkey X and its iteration. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a message on the discussion board. And once again, thank you.